I'm 24 years old and I turned out to be positive. I haven't told any of my family because I don't want to see, the sadness and see how, upset it makes all of them.
At 20, I went and got tested for Huntington's, but I'm too scared now to go look at my results and to see them. I'm just worried how I'm gonna handle it, how my boyfriend's gonna handle it, and if he's gonna stay, because it's something hard to deal with. It's not easy.
How could this happen to me? I made my mistakes, got nowhere to run. The night goes on as I'm fading away. I'm sick of this life, I just wanna scream. How could this happen to me?
Well, my mother just turned 66 on September 6th. So we have had the Huntington's diagnosis now for about 6 years. She was diagnosed very late in the symptomatic process of Huntington's disease, as I've learned since. She was diagnosed after we noticed a bunch of relatively odd symptoms. They were stroke-like, they mimicked mental health. She was starting to lose the ability to take care of herself, a lot of paranoia symptoms, and again, the movements and the similarities to stroke led us to believe that something was neurological.
My mom had Huntington's and she died last year in August, and it's been hard. She had movements really bad, and so it was hard dealing with I can't.
It's hard because, at least I'm not driving, but, I kind of do. If we, go to the pool or something, that's, a real fun thing. We go down to the pool, it's one of the biggest things, but, it's hard not being able to drive, but I have, access to cars, so they take me places, which is nice, or I just get out and walk around. At least I'm able to walk. I'm just thankful, seriously, that, I can still walk and stuff, because, I want to try to be positive, keep it positive all of the time, but, I tell Michelle, you can't walk around with, crying around, because nothing's going to happen. You just have to live for today and move.
In order to get her into the nursing home, we had to 302 her, which was an involuntary institutionalization into St. Clair Medical Health Ward before we got her into the nursing home. So we did have to go outside of what she was interested in doing for herself. So it was a very dramatic entrance, I guess, into the world of Huntington's.
Can you tell Katrina what you would make us do at the movies?
Popcorn.
Huh?
Popcorn.
Nobody was allowed to share popcorn.
Oh, that's like a
when you went
childhood dream.
Well, you were only allowed to get a small popcorn, and you couldn't share, and a small soda, and you weren't allowed to have the popcorn before the movie started.
Oh my God.
So we'd go sit down, and she would hold the popcorn hostage.
Where would the sodas go? You were allowed to have the soda.
You were allowed to drink the soda, but the popcorn's so salty. You drank all that soda, you were screwed. Right?
Trying to make you become a critical thinker. What's more important?
And portion control.
And portion. That's a huge one.
Yep. No extra butter, no extra salt.
That's not true. Oh.
She did do
stories now, huh?
Lies.
It was really hard because we thought she had MS at first, and then we found out it was Huntington's, and then we were all devastated. Just no one wanted to believe any of that. And then I was diagnosed with that too, and I think it was 2006 or something like that. 2003. That's when it is. So I have just kind of slight symptoms right now.
What made you want to decide to get tested? I know a lot of that's a big debate, you know, for some people, especially with whose parents have Huntington's. A lot of people don't want to know what led to, you know, that decision, if you want to talk about
kids. That. I was worried because I had kids and I was afraid for them, and I just wanted to know to get that, you know, but it was, you know, a bad thing for me, you know, too. So I, you know, when I found out, I just kind of like fell on the couch and cried, and it was, you know, a sad day.
He wants to talk about Huntington's. How do you feel about
What?
that? How do you feel about your Huntington's?
Live with it. I don't get excited. It's Huntington. It's Huntington. If I die, I'm gonna die from it. So, but it don't scare me. You know, I'm not afraid of it.
What was my favorite thing that you made me, Mom?
Ice cream cake.
Yes, homemade ice cream cake.
These are things I'm not sure I can contribute.
Where is that recipe?
In Three Rivers. What's in the ice cream cake?
It is.
It is hard. It's so labor intensive.
It is? So I shouldn't even bother to learn, because then she's going to ask for it all the time.
Then I'd make it and she wouldn't eat it.
She's a brat. She's a brat.
No. I would eat it.
No, you wouldn't.
I would eat it in little slivers because I wouldn't want it to go away.
So at this point, I have a younger brother. Both of us have that 50-50 chance of having the Huntington's gene. My brother has been tested. I have not been tested. And I think it's a choice that I'm going to stick with in terms of not being tested.
Why?
I think that seeing my mother and the way she has progressed has really been, it's been twofold. My mother and I have had a strained relationship up until this experience, and now I've become, outside of the nursing home, you know, her primary caregiver. We've created a wonderful relationship from this point, and I'm not sure that I'm interested in knowing when or how many repeats I have, or I'm not sure I want to worry about the symptoms or what my loved ones are going to have to do to take care of me. And my brother has gone the opposite direction. He did want to know and has been tested. So I think the interesting part is that knowing that Huntington's is in your family in such a late time frame, it makes you really look back to the last 30 years. If I think about what the doctors and what the support group has told me in terms of symptoms and things to look for, I look back now and think there was a lot of telltale signs. Had we known Huntington's was in our family line, we may have come to that conclusion earlier. But she, you know, again, not knowing whether or not either of my grandparents had it or anybody in her extended family, it was just not something we looked for until very late in the game.
Can you tell me what the hardest part about it is?
Being away from my family.
And